She's finally here. So today we are unboxing together the Seasons of the Witch Winter Tarot. I'm going to give you my honest impressions about this deck. And then we are going to pair it with the Seasons of the Witch Imbolc. And I'm going to give you a simple reading so we can see how they read together. Hello my dear one, welcome to my channel, and today we are going to have an unboxing here. I already removed the plastic and here we have the Seasons of the Witch Winter Tarot. I'm super excited. I was so looking forward to this deck. I already removed the plastic just to be faster. And I will start by telling you I'm not a witch. I don't know much about this kind of philosophy or religion or way of working with your spiritual path, but understand that, because that's how things are happening in the world. Like lots of witches, they are creating beautiful decks for us to use, and for that I'm pretty grateful. So I don't know much about these, I don't know if they are seasons, if they are like, we would call openings in Kabbalah. I don't know if they're holidays, but like you have Imbolc, you have Yule, you have Beltane, you have Mabon. I have that deck as well. And so I can't give you any kind of opinion about, is it aligned with what witches believe? I don't know. That I can't. But I'm a person that I'm not a witch, and I still find these decks very useful for me. Not only that, I think they're so beautiful. They feel like a hug. They're so kind, so loving, and I'm super excited to check this deck now. The reason why I decided to buy this one here, the Winter Tarot, is because since forever I have been looking for a beautiful seasonal deck for me for winter. I really love fall and I love winter, and actually I love the what we call the holidays season, right? So the holiday season started already here in Canada because we have our Thanksgiving happens a little earlier than in the United States. So it was on October 12th, this past weekend. And so we are here already. We are already feeling like the holiday season. And I wanted a deck that would go with that. And I love Christmas, guys. I love Christmas. Because then we are going to have, okay, so we have Thanksgiving, we have Halloween, then we have my wedding anniversary, then we have Hanukkah, then you have Christmas, then you have New Year's, and then you have my birthday. So it is a holiday season for me. I love this season. And that's so good because here in the north it can be so cold. And sometimes, let's be honest, a little depressing. So it's important to have these opportunities for us to be happy, to enjoy, to connect, and so on. So the reason why I decided to buy this deck was because I wanted a winter deck. And I know that there are some decks out there, but I never connected to them. So with any of them. So I looked at this one here, was looking the images, and I thought maybe I'm going to enjoy this one. We are going to find out together. So I will start saying that beautiful box, but already can see that it's larger than the deck itself. I prefer boxes when they fit the deck. I think it's easier to store. And sometimes when the boxes, they are larger than the deck, some cards can just slip and bend. It's not my favorite, but that's okay. The box, beautiful. It's matte. We have here this foil. And then it says Seasons of the Witch Winter Tarot, a journey through Yule and Imbolc. Lorian Anderson, illustrated by Tijana Lukovic. So it says, discover the wintry wisdom of Yule, Imbolc, and the season of rest and reflection in the first of a new tarot series. The best-selling Seasons of the Witch Oracles continue their odyssey, this time with a beautiful brand new set featuring the 4 seasons. The font's a little hard to read here. featuring the 4 seasons, the spring, summer, fall, and winter. We begin our adventure with the Winter Tarot, where familiar elements of the tried and true Rider-Waite-Smith system are reimagined in an evocative story of festive maidens, snowy creatures, and frosty potions, brews, and magical tools. The 78 cards unearth wintry themes of rest, reflection, and of course the Sabbats. Now, I would totally add, we already saw here 78 cards, I would totally add some extra cards. I think would be nice to have one card with the 4 seasons, winter, summer, spring, and fall. One card representing that, even though we have the Wheel of Fortune is not the same though. And I think she could have, because this deck says here, Yule and Imbolc. I think it could be interesting to have one card, Yule card and one Imbolc card. So 3 extra cards I think would be nice. And explore how the harmonic relationship between Yule, Imbolc, and the Earth's barest season seamlessly blends to unlock deep divinatory wisdom, all while embracing a new way for the tarot to shift its energy throughout the year. Published by the beautiful Rockpool. I have Rockpool Oracle decks, a few of them, and I love them. I already told you that I love them, but it is my first tarot deck by Rockpool. So let's open it. Yes. Wow. Beautiful. I already love it. Very beautiful. I love this artwork so much. I think it's gorgeous. So yep, we have the box a little larger. We have a pretty chunky guidebook here. Beautiful. So we have the cards. Then we have some text and some divinatory meaning. So let's see. So we are going to have introduction, the spirit of winter, the seasons as archetypes. Interesting. So she says the seasons as archetypes, and the spirit of winter is about conversation and adaptability, darkness, deep and inner wisdom, deep ritual, endurance and resilience, hibernation and dormancy, inner work, nourishment, patience and acceptance, reflection, rest and rejuvenation, setting intentions, shelter and protection, silence and meditation, surrender, vulnerability, and warmth. Nice. I love it. So beautiful. How to use the cards. Then we have here some get to know your deck spread using the cards beyond winter. So you can use this deck when you're feeling tired, especially spiritually and mentally, when you're seeking to reflect on a journey, or after achieving a significant milestone, to embrace dark energies such as shadow work or deep rest, to build resilience during challenging times, to establish a restorative living journey, when you feel the need to be in stillness and solitude, to learn patience and trust in the divine. They have reversals, combining tarot and oracle, and then card spreads. We have here three card spreads. So one card pull, the winter hibernation spread, and ascending to spring spread. Then we have winter tarot cards, major arcana. Okay, so beautiful box we have here. Gorgeous, gorgeous box, gorgeous box. Woo, look how cute it is. Okay, so let me see here. Here I have a Rider-Waite-Smith traditional. think it's the same size. Same size. It's this exactly the same size. Exactly the same size. Slightly larger, but almost nothing. 1 millimeter, maybe. Not even that. Well, cardstock. Let's see here the oracle so I can tell ya. I would say that was thinner, but it's slightly thinner than the oracle cardstock, but not much thinner. Similar feel. So they're both glossy. And let's see how the back goes together. We are going to, oh, beautiful, beautiful. And of course, give the edges. Take a look. I already can tell you that maybe I would like if these cards, they were slightly larger, because then we could see the artwork a little better. Because some decks, they just don't need to be larger than the usual. Guys, let's be honest. You just don't need. But some decks, because of the artwork, it would be so nice to have a larger one. Okay, so we have here the winter. Oh, some people, they were annoyed by the fact that all cards, they have the word winter. So the winter fool, the winter high priest, the winter witch, actually, the winter high, oh no, the winter high priestess, the winter. I really don't care. I can understand. So the winter, look what's happening here. Fall, and she stepped into winter. I have goosebumps. Look at this. So gorgeous. Well, let's see. Let me take a look at the guidebook just to see what it says. First, to have an idea. So, a young maiden sneaks away to those woods as often as she can. I was here taking a look at the guidebook, and I must tell you, it is beautiful. It is a storyteller. For each card, she's going to share the story. She's going to tell you what's happening. It's beautiful, beautiful. I was not expecting that at all. I haven't heard anybody saying that. It's beautiful. It is a storyteller. So she's here crossing the threshold into winter. And then she becomes the winter witch. Then we have the winter high priestess. I'm not going to tell you all the names. I would like to understand why we have 3 here. Let's see. We are not going to do it for all the cards, of course, otherwise we would stay here until tomorrow. Don't worry. The winter high priestess presents herself as 3 beings, representing her mind, body, and spirit. Okay, gorgeous. The winter empress. Oh, guys, she's saying here, the winter empress represented here is the Kalia. Beautiful. I saw that it was looking like the Kalia. Look at here. The crown is the empress. I love it. I love it. What can I tell you? I already love it. For me, personally, so I have 2 Seasons of the Witch oracles. I think there are 8 of them. I have 2. I have Mabon because it's fall and I love fall, and I have Imbolc because it's winter and I love winter. But I don't have the intention to buy others, but who knows? And I think they're going to create 1 tarot deck for each season. So this is winter. They're going to have summer, spring, fall, winter consequences is the justice. It is a beautiful artwork. Well, as I was saying, the Winter Death, look. These decks, so I have 2 Oracle decks. They're not decks that I use with clients. They are decks that I like to use for myself or by myself for my personal readings. And my intention with this deck here, look how beautiful it is, this one, is to have a deck that is going to hug me during the dark days of winter. I think this deck is going to be perfect for winter. I told you already on some videos that I shared with you earlier this year that our last winter was really intense. Self-reflection is the judgment. We had a real winter. And so the world is ascending to spring. So she's going to make transitions. The beginning of the deck is a transition from the previous season into this season. So it was fall into winter, and now the 21, the world is leaving into spring. So going to the next season. I see. It's a beautiful deck that I like to use. As I was telling you, it's a hug for me. So I can see myself using this deck to work on self-compassion, self-love, understanding myself, because fall and winter are seasons when I like to be serious about my shadow work. And part of shadow work is integration and healing, right? It's important to have these decks that are giving us a beautiful hug. It's beautiful, guys. Initiate of Winter Wands. I think, oh, look here. We have Artisan. Okay, Artisan of Winter Wands. So apprentice, no, initiate. So initiate of Winter Wands is the page. Apprentice of Winter Wands is the Knight. Artisan is, this is gorgeous, this one here. It is the Queen. Look how beautiful it is. And the Master is the King. Here we have Santa. Love it, love it. I love it. So it is a deck that brings a little bit of Christmas as well. I know that some people, they don't like Christmas, and I understand. It is usually, it is usually based on what people shared with me about it. Like sometimes because of family issues. Look here. Then Christmas, because it was a moment when hard things would happen. Of course, I can understand that people would not connect with Christmas that much. I love Christmas. And I think that Christmas is a period of time with lots of energy. And later on, when I started studying Kabbalah, I understood that all the energy around Christmas was there because of Hanukkah as well. Hanukkah is an important opening. And what happens is, these openings, they are not only for people that study Kabbalah or whatever it is. Because in the end of the day, we have different philosophies, different ways of talking about a subject, but it's all the same thing. When we study different lineages, different philosophies, different wisdoms, different sources of wisdom, different even religions, we are going to see that it's all very, very similar, right? I can see that it was well thought. They really thought about this deck before creating it. I can see there's intention here. I'm going to skip a few of them. Ace of Pentacles. It's not sticking together because of the gilded edges, nothing like that. Look at this. Beautiful, guys. It is gorgeous. 7 of Pentacles. Yeah, for me this deck feels like staying inside home, grabbing a cup of tea or coffee, some hot beverage that you like, and enjoying yourself. I can see myself using this deck for my Hanukkah and Christmas spreads. I can see that happening. Love it. Oh my God. So this is the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. Let's see how it shuffles now. Let's see. Because usually when there's gilded edges, it doesn't... Whoa! I think it is my first mass market deck that would shuffle so well. I'm just speechless because even the Tarot of Mystical Moments, I love the deck. It has those edges, gilded edges. It's impossible to riffle shuffle that with the cards facing down. So I have to face, to set the cards facing up so I can riffle shuffle. This one I don't have to. This one is working perfectly. Look! Perfect. Whoa, bravo! Thank you. Beautiful work here. So I'm going to give you a, I'll give us as a community a small reading with the Oracle deck so we can see what happens. I've never used my Imbolc Oracle because I'm going to use it when winter is here. Now I'm using my Mabel one for fall. So let's see how it's going to go together. But already cleaned and shuffled my Imbolc Oracle. Let's shuffle again here. They shuffle, it's beautiful. So we already saw that, but they look beautiful together. The same blue. Let's see. I think it's the same gilded edges. Let's see. Right? They're perfect together. So now, let's ask for a message for us as a community here. A message. And then I'm going to draw one oracle card, excuse me, just to go together with the whole message. Let's see. Here we go. So in the tarot we have Master of Winter Cups. It is the King of Cups. We have Ace of Winter Cups. Ace of Cups. There, isn't beautiful? And the 8 of Winter Pentacles. 8 of Pentacles. And you want to know what? Look, she looks like the Fool. Her hair, this one's the Oracle card. Here we have Winter Woodlands. Take time to honor what you feel. Self-compassion is the healing balm you desire. How interesting it is that we have these cards talking about our emotions and 2 cups here. 2 cards, 2 cups cards here. So, we can feel that the Master of Cups is an energy that comes here, and I see, of course, it's mastering cups, as it calls, the name already tells us that. It's mastering that suit, mastering that element. But at the same time, I see the master or the king as the channel as well. So the way we are expressing that to the world. So here maybe we are being invited to understand, to honor and understand what we are feeling at this moment in time, because we know that we are going through challenging times as well, globally, right? So it's important to ask, to check in with yourself and see what you're feeling, to understand how these feelings and emotions are influencing the way you're going to the world, the way you are acting in your relationships, on your relationships, in your work, the way you share with the world, the way you allow yourself to receive from the world. So that's why we have here the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is the opening, the emotional opening, but it is as well the vessel. So we are opening emotionally when it comes to our relationships, to everything that is happening here, but it is about opening up to receive whatever you believe in. Maybe you believe in God, maybe you, I would say that it's all the same energy, the creative energy, but you can call the creator, God, goddess, seasons, universe, doesn't matter how you call it. But this energy you connect with, are you open? Are you really open to receive? Do you believe that you deserve it? Do you believe that you are able to receive everything this energy once sends to you? Take care of what they send to you and share properly? Because that's our challenge here. Receiving and sharing with the correct consciousness, so that we can keep a flow. Not only receiving and not only sharing. Only receiving is stagnant. Nobody likes stagnant water, right? We don't like that. We don't feel good. And then if you only share, eventually you're going to find yourself empty. So the secret's always, always, always in flowing between receiving and sharing. And I would say that we receive from others, of course, we receive from everything in the material world, but the real source of this energy is always the original source. And then we have here the Eight of Winter Pentacles, inviting us to use the material world as a place for us to work, to understand our emotions, to understand our desire to receive and our desire to share, and our sense of, am I worthy? What do I believe about myself? What do I think about myself? So before you proceed to do anything, like to interact with another human being, or to do something in your work, ask yourself, what do I think about myself? At this moment, what am I thinking about myself? Am I seeing myself as a vessel that is overflowing, or am I here just trying to take something? How do I see myself? And of course, always with tones of self-compassion, because people like us, we tend to be very, very harsh on ourselves, right? Very demanding, very, I would say that we tend to share much more than receive. And the challenge with women that usually come to me, women that I work with, is the challenge of receiving, because you guys usually give a lot. So the challenge is me allowing yourself to receive. I would say that it reads beautifully, beautifully, beautifully. And I would say that I'm really surprised by the cardstock. I hope it lasts, and I think it will. I'm not sure about these decks sometimes, because I keep thinking they can peel over time, but I don't know. I never had any problems with rock pool decks so far. Let's see what's going to happen. About our reading, my beautiful one, I hope it made sense for you. I hope it brought something to your beautiful heart, and that you can feel all the love that I can feel coming from this deck. I think it's a loving, kind deck, and you'll be a beautiful deck for us to work on winter, especially on a personal level. I think professional level as well. But for me, it's definitely a personal deck. I'm grateful because this deck is here with me now. Thank you so much for being here. Let me know in the comments down below if you have this deck, or if you're thinking about buying this deck. Share your thoughts with me, please. Thank you so much for being here. I'm so glad and honored because we are sharing this path together. Lots of love, my dear. See you soon in the next video.